Out of all the My Little Pony Equestria Girls movies, Rainbow Rock stuck with me because of the songs they had. I've seen many redesigns for the main 6, but not much for the Dazzlings. I wanted to implement more so different fashion and hairstyles on each of them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any ideas on how you would make their fits, let me know. Just don't be rude, cause this is all opinion based. To start off, I was messing around with some designs in my sketchbook to come up with ideas. This was my first project that had to make 3 characters cohesive. It was hard for me since I am new to this, but I want to give it a try. I gave Adagio a rounder face because she kind of reminded me of Applewhite from Ever After High. The evilness with the mix of being a leader made me want to give her a more special look than the other girls. With her outfit, I went for Mean Girl meets Punk. I really liked the shorts that she was wearing in the first scene, so I made a different design for them, but kept the same vibes. If you see I changed where her amulet hangs, this is because I think she would make hers more special looking and pretty matching her outfits. Arya is the snarkiest, so I gave her more sharp features. This is because she doesn't hide it, and sharp features usually mean that someone's evil in a cartoon or in a show. I wanted to give her more so like an evil stepdaughter vibe, so I gave her a lot of sharp clothing with flared pants, and I made her eyes really downturned because she looked like she never gave a fuck, but also was a pissed off type of person. Sonata was the most innocent looking, so I gave her a rounder face, but not too round so it wouldn't overpower her big eyes. I really loved her V-shaped bangs in the show, but I wanted to give her a hairstyle that was a little different, so I made her buns a little spiky like in the 90s I think, or in the 2000s when that was popular. Not gonna lie, she's my favorite character, so I was having a pretty bad mental breakdown trying to find an outfit that would suit her, so I kind of just took a lot of vampire inspo and decided to implement that on her shirt to make her pop more. Now that I designed all 3, it was time to put them all together so that I could find the colors that would coordinate the best. The colors were probably the thing that took me the longest ever in my whole life, and it was stressing me out, but also it was fun because I've never had a project like this. I just started putting together layers that I could switch out colors just so that it made it easier so I could mess around with them. The only thing I didn't want to change that much is the hair color, and that's because I didn't want to make them too different to the point that like you wouldn't notice who they were. But also I wanted to keep them a little bit modern because I know a lot of people in the movies were always commenting about how their outfits look so weird and they never are cohesive. They're not anything well put together. It was hard because most of the outfits in the movies were just a lot of different colors at the same time. So I was trying my best trying to make an outfit that would look cohesive but also still have the vibe of just a bunch of different colors. I took so many breaks from this project because I didn't want to force myself to finish this and not like the outcome. So I took a while and just took breaks so that I could come back with fresh eyes and see what was wrong with it. This really did help me because I did more research in between these little breaks, and it made me think about more creative ways to make their outfits pop out. Even as I was rendering the project, I was still changing the colors of many different things. It never stayed the same. This is why I really love digital art, is because I can always just repaint it, redo it, and recolor it, because in traditional art it's kind of harder to make those type of choices, especially if you're using paint. You can't really paint over and over it because it will turn into a big crust, and yes, it's happened to me, especially because I use acrylics. My sketchbook is basically twice as heavy now because of all the paint I use, and I just keep layering it because I don't give a fuck, but also it's kind of hard since it starts to change and crack. I changed Arya's hair stripes because it was clashing with everyone's outfit. I think this is the reason why people were hating so much on her outfit, and this was because a lot of people just couldn't find a way to find this aesthetically pleasing when all the colors were just completely clashing with each other, and not in a good way. At this time, this was kind of when I started really liking the color bases, and so I started rendering a lot more and being more confident with what I'm doing since I know it's gonna be permanent. I think later on I will make fan art of them like this, but in more dynamic poses. I just really wanted to get their character bases on, and it kind of just made me think more about what they were wearing instead of just thinking about the right anatomy. I'm glad I drew all 3 of them together. It was my first time doing something like this, and this project really hurt my brain, but it also made me know that it is possible for me to draw them. I've been drawing for like 6 months daily, and I've seen a lot of improvement, so I'm always having fun with these type of projects. Anyway, here's a close-up of this picture. This was fun, and it made me think about the other villains would look like in my art style.